Welcome to the journey yourself, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back to me, right? It's been a while, guys. I've been a little bit under the weather. I had to kind of keep my energy close. But you know what? I feel so much better now, and I'm ready to do some spreads for you guys. Another thing, while I was down, I did have time to think, if nothing else, right? And I did think about some new spreads for us. So I do have a few, I don't know, by the summertime, I feel like, because I'm kind of gonna ease it on for us, right? So I feel like by the summertime, the spreads are gonna be crazy. And I hope you guys are ready for the summertime spreads, because I get wild. I get wild in the summer. So, I mean, I'm probably going to be combining spreads, taking different pieces from spreads by then and then putting them back together. And it's going to be off of the spreads that we're going to build right now as we thaw out, okay? This spread right here is called Where Do You Stand? This is a good spread. It actually talks about your position in your relationship, okay? It talks about how your partner is seeing you, and it also gives the best case scenario if you do the advice that the spread gives, okay? The spread also gives advice, right? Of course, it's on the journey of self. So, here we go. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with Aries, okay? I don't know. In the last few months, Aries has become one of my favorite signs to read. I don't know. Like, the energy sometimes is chaotic and things are going on, but I always can easily understand in certain ways where the Aries is coming from. How you feel or how you're being viewed in your relationship. You feel burdened or you are burdened to someone. Okay? Moving on. The action needed. Let's show the cards. I usually don't, but today I feel like I want to. I've been away for a while, so I feel like I want to be extra nice, guys. Anyway, extra sweet, extra giving, extra caring. I feel like I missed out on some of that giving. I was down. I had to kind of take care of me, keep to myself. All right. Feeling burdened or someone feeling as though you are burdened. That's a 10 though. That could change, and especially with this coming up, it could definitely change. This is the Hangman. See, here, that's the illumination, right? Eventually, the Hangman looks like this. And he has that illumination, and he moves on. So, action needed. In this position, time to think. Stalemate, stuck, trying to figure it out. Okay? Now, this next one is what you can't control. Uh-oh. So, it can be an earth sign involved. There's also something here about, in a way, almost like betrayal, defeat. You can't control that. Right? Okay. So that's what we have so far. But here we go. Your level of performance in this current situation, or your current position as seen in this situation. Okay? I didn't really get into the whole, what you can't control and then the King of Pentacles showing up, because I think we all know that we can't control others. We can only control ourselves. Correct? So I don't even think I have to really go there. I feel like we've been talking. We've had a couple conversations, you and I. You know what I'm going to say, right? So the level of performance and your current position in your relationship, I'm just waiting for the cards to come out. It seems as though you're trying to move on to calmer waters. You're trying to figure this out. Okay? You're trying to save up your energy for, I guess, whatever is going to come This may be a love from the past or someone that you know, someone that you have children with. This can be a long-term commitment, okay, that you're experiencing. Change or improve. How can you change or improve the situation? I feel like you can get out of your head. Remember, the swords are all thought, right? I'm an air sign, so the swords represent, like that energy. And it's about not overthinking things, not letting things get to you mentally and stopping you physically, okay? And then we have the marriage card. But I don't think in this case, this is necessarily talking about marriage. Some of you may want to get married. Some of you may end up married. And yes, that's true. But getting married it's not a way ever to fix anything generally, a marriage is like something you build on. It takes work, right? Whatever. But I think this card at this point is talking about a good understanding. Yes, it is a marriage card, but it is a card of institutions, church, things of that nature. But then it's also a card of concepts, like a good understanding. It's also about over weakness or over kindness. It's a Taurus card. It talks, like I said, about good understanding. It talks about mercy. It talks about, I don't know. It also can talk about captivity in the reverse. All right. In this case, I feel like that's what it's talking about. Like, that's what's needed to improve this situation, a good understanding. If that can be gained, then that could happen. Now, it may be that this understanding cannot be gained. You can't reason with everyone. That's the thing. It's true. Sometimes, and you know what? To make yourself more diplomatic, to make yourself happier, you have to try and realize earlier, and try and practice realizing earlier, and in a healthy way and in a healthy response when those times are, when it's best to just agree to disagree and move on, because you're not going to be maybe necessarily understood or acknowledged in the way that you wish. Okay? Okay. There may be children involved in this situation. Okay, this is also a fire sign card, Leo in particular. And this is a position of, why is this happening? Okay. I know that it's a position of Leo, but when it gives me a particular sign, or the card, represents something in particular, sometimes it could be just that group, right? So it says Leo, but it also can involve children. Why you are, trying to mend this broken fence, or trying to figure out a solution for the situation. It's probably because there's children involved. Okay, best case scenario, Best case scenario, Aries. Okay. So you know what? Because this spread is not the longest type of spread, I really do enjoy that about it as well. I'm going to go ahead and maybe clarify. This card came out in reverse. Best case scenario. I don't think it would be a happy situation. Even if you fixed it, you might find it rather mundane and without celebration. Maybe that's why in the what you can't control position is that King of Pentacles. Maybe that's why that person is there, because you can't control them. And not only that, maybe that's why it's ironic that, right, they're in the position of you can't control, because that was, that position. And then the Hierophant comes up as what you need to change or improve. right? Which is ironic that this card is a marriage card, but this card is also what we talk about when we talk about good understanding, right? And most of the conflicts that are being had, or most of the conflicts that are being seen, are either something involving passion, work, or thought, right? Very close to being over and ending. Even the card that is the lowest involving the thought, the Six of Swords, is still a card of moving away from chaos, moving away from trouble. So that's for sure. Whatever you decide to do, I say that, but if you were feeling like you were moving on or have to move on, or maybe need to move on from an earth sign, and this situation resonates with you, I'm going to be very particular. Then you should do that, because best case scenario is the Three of Cups in reverse. If nothing else, you're just not going to be happy. We won't even have to get into the other parts of the card. For if nothing else, you're just not going to be happy. Okay? So let's clarify a few of these cards. All right. Now, this is something that I'm going to do. I just feel like I'm going to do something for, my fans. I'm going to do something very particular for you, right? So this is something that I'm going to do for you right now. I'm going to pull 3 of these love oracle cards. Okay. I'm going to do that. I'm shuffling without all of them even in the deck. I'll tell you guys. And I don't even take medication when I'm not feeling well, but I am just a little bit out of it. I'm not even going to lie. That's why I didn't even dare get on camera. You guys would have thought that I was on something. It just didn't feel well, and my breathing was affected by it. So it's a little loopy. And I was sleepy all the time too, So I'm going to pull these cards for you. And the reason why I'm going to do this for you now is because if you have something else to do, you're free to go. If you want to do the extended, right? Yeah, right? Here we go. We'll do that after we pull these 3 messages. Because the messages will still be the same of the closing of the situation. But if you want to get a little deeper into it, you want to stick around for that extended, then stick around. If you don't, we'll just read these spirit message cards. You know how I like to do. I like to do the spirit message cards. I like to do the romance angel cards. I think I called them something else, like love oracle cards or something. Sorry, guys. I told you a little loopy. All right. So you guys know I like to pull 3. And I'm going to do that for you. Ooh. Something about optimism. Optimism is coming. About, you being optimistic. You being optimistic. It's extremely important that you do this, okay? Yeah, so as we said before, this is someone that you have like some type of, connection with. This can be a soulmate situation. You have a connection with this person. But at the same time, all soulmates are not permanent, guys. All soulmates are not permanent. You're meant to learn something from this person and maybe move on. We can have multiples, right? I say that. Why do I say that? Because it seems as though you may need to, make a decision in reference to this relationship. And, I guess your partner does see you in somewhat of a constant and happy way, in a way, like kind of like, yo, she'll be all right, or he'll be all right. I just feel like, I don't know, being an empathic intuitive, as I feel that, it doesn't seem like it's enough. And I get it. You're saying like there's really no drama necessarily. It's not that serious. All right. It's not. But I could feel that in a way it is, and you're not necessarily happy. So, maybe you can figure out a way to be happy. You guys are very passionate. The mouth, though. Be careful of your mouth on the things that your mouth says. You don't want to, we all must realize that energy and words, they're all connected. The things you say out of your mouth and the things that people say out of their mouth sometimes can definitely ruin the perception, which is reality. And people say, well, they were only words. Yeah, they were only words. But the shockwaves that they sent through the atmosphere were so detrimental or so painful or, so, angering or, inflammatory that they did something to the reality. It altered it and it's different now. People say, oh, I can't get over what you said. No, it's not a physical thing, but it is physical. And it is definitely physical as well as, theoretical and a concept. This is a thing and I get it. But you also, if you don't understand this, you need to understand exactly what I'm saying and read between the lines. What I'm saying is you can't always speak one thing and then think it's not gonna do anything. Like you could just get over it later and you can't. And then if people are doing this to you and that's the reason why you want to move on because you're just tired of the things that are being said or, you feel like hurt, from the baggage that you have, then I would suggest that that's okay too. It says pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay. Unrequited love. Okay. This is the third one. It says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Because there's a certain amount of time that you get with this person where you're learning. And when that time is done, that time is sometimes predetermined and sometimes, well, all the time predetermined, but it depends on how long it took you to learn what you had to learn from this person. Okay. So that's that. We're going to go ahead and clarify. The first thing we're going to clarify is how you're being seen. Let's get some more details on this. The Nine of Wands, the Empress, okay? The Seven of Cups as an option. The Empress and the Seven. Or maybe you're being seen as having options. I don't know. One or the other. Either as an option or having options. But when you see a card where you have long-term relationship, the Empress shows up, meaning, to me, representing that long-term relationship, that wife, that mate, the mother of the children, and you're still together. And then this card pops up. I don't know. Somebody got choices, and what could the choice be? There shouldn't be any choices. So how you're being viewed a little bit more in depth into that by clarifying as the mother of the children, an option, the Queen of Wands. Okay. The Queen of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. So this person knows, maybe they know and they're okay. You're coming toward them, battered and bruised. That's why I feel like they were saying like, oh, you'll be okay. You'll be all right. Like, maybe that's why you need to do you. So this person can kind of realize that you're more than an option. I keep hearing that song. I'm more than just an option. It's like, okay. Yeah. And yeah. Ten of Swords is repeated. The Ten of Swords is repeated. I don't know what you guys were doing to each other, but I feel like there's betrayal and that feeling of, kind of being mistreated all the way around. And then we have the Moon card clarifying the what you can't control section. Secrets. The duality of situations, the duality of people. I feel like I need to say that. Like there's someone who has two faces. Sometimes they're cool, sometimes they're not. I don't know who that is in a situation, but if somebody's being, accused or saying that you are, maybe that's true. There's a little bit of a duality going on there, a different side of someone. That also means personal secrets and things of that nature. Yeah, that's true too. All right. And the things you can't control is also being clarified by the Tower in reverse, basically saying that this energy is not being allowed to come. The Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is now echoed. I really never clarify, guys, right? Moving to Karma Waters. Moving on. Guys, I never really clarify, but there's a reason why I don't clarify. I just feel like, and here, there may be an air sign as well. Things you can't control and things of that nature, or cutting out, or what's being cut out, or what's being changed about this. You can't control this. That's also echoed by the Tower. But guys, I was going to say, the reason why I never really clarify, there is a reason, is because my cards are just going to repeat themselves. Even when I say things like in two ways, I'm saying it because there are two scenarios. Everything is the same thing, just on different sides of the same spectrum. Okay? The freezing point and the boiling point are the same thing. They're temperature, but two different sides of the same thing. Okay? So my cards are really sarcastic. Don't like, I'm going to try and say that as much as I can so you guys can understand that. But when I clarify, my cards are sarcastic, and then they start getting, they start getting a little, like, rather personal, like when we clarified for the Ten of Wands. This is the extended version, and this is why this is the extended version. We can just talk. When I clarified the Ten of Wands, and then you have the Nine of Wands, coming out, as well as the Seven of Pentacles. Well, let me see, which one was this? We also have the Eight of Pentacles already here, So when this card came out, I wasn't shocked. The Queen of Wands, which is a fire sign, I wasn't shocked. But then the Empress came out, as well as the Seven of Cups. When the Seven of Cups came out, it was like, oh, okay. You're telling us what we know. Okay. And then, okay. So also too, guys, that's one of the reasons why I never really clarify, because I already laugh and giggle too much. Because I'm just blown away about just the whole idea of how, Spirit communicates with us, and the things that we see and observe, and the irony of things. I laugh a lot. I just think it's funny, but it's not. In certain ways, when we're feeling hurt, no, that's not funny. I never laugh at that. But I'm just saying, I think it's ironic. All right, so now we're clarifying. Now we're gonna clarify the Eight of Swords. Okay, let's see what you're in your head about so much. How about that? Let's see what you're in your head about so much, and see if we could maybe. The Four of Swords, echoing, right? It's echoing. Thinking, resting, retreating. I'm asking, what are you thinking about? My cards go, thinking, resting, retreating. Right? And then here, boom. This. You could be thinking about a water sign. Right? You could be thinking about a water sign. The cards have been saying that, I feel like, for a couple of months now, about you and this water sign and you and an earth sign. Okay? Okay. So, the only way I remember this is if the pairing of the relationships match up with, like, friends that I have. And then I can think about the pairing and be like, oh, okay. And, like, otherwise, when I do my readings, I don't necessarily remember who's talking to who. But if it starts to trend, well, yeah, I remember. Let's clarify the Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here? And please don't be sarcastic. These cards. Let's clarify the Hierophant. You see that? That's the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands has come out again. The Justice card, right? The Hierophant, right, is about establishments. It's about, it's also about, like, it could also be about government and things of that nature. And then the Justice card comes out about putting things into balance. Okay, and here we go. We have the Ace of Pentacles. You may also have a new beginning financially attached with a better understanding of this situation. And I feel like that's it. See, that's it. And that's the thing. Okay. That's it. That's it. I just realized that that's the good understanding of the situation in which you learn something, which catapults you to a new beginning, something new. You're now enriched in a way. This can also be in money. It can also be in you getting what you deserve, a balance being granted to your life. Yeah. And do I know if it's going to be with this King of Cups? No, I don't. Okay. I do not know that. The best case scenario was the Three of Cups in reverse, right? Let's go ahead and clarify that card, even though it is no longer out. I think I put it back in the deck. So I'm not even an Aries, but sometimes I just can't take when it's not necessarily positive. I feel it too. But because I can understand. I understand loss, deeply. You get it. It has to happen, but it hurts. It really, really hurts. I get it. I totally get it. Right? So when we clarify that, sometimes I guess they can be sweet too. The card says because of the Ten of Cups. Clarify the Three of Cups. You won't be happy because of the Ten of Cups. That means you can have the Ten of Cups. Because of the Ten of Cups, that's why. Because of the Six of Pentacles, that's why. Because of reciprocity, because of balance, because of give and take, because you deserve to get what you give. Because of the Two of Pentacles, because balance. I don't know if this person is available. This person, I believe this Virgo or Earth sign that you're dealing with or whatever it might be. I don't think this person is available. I don't know. All right. So the last thing that we can do together is pull. I haven't pulled any of these in a while for you guys. I haven't been around. But I love these cards. These are my favorite cards. This is my favorite part of the reading. This is the Spirit Messages cards, right? By John Holland. This is the ancestral wisdom. It says, "We are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth for many years before you. We ask you at this poignant time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world." And we're going to pull another one. Okay. This is 2 more cards. Study. It's a beautiful card. Okay. It says, Spirit has its own special way of letting you know when it is time to study again. From time to time, it is important to go back and learn, whether it's learning old things in new ways or learning something learning something totally new. Okay, this is an opportunity to expand your mind. This card is give back. Okay, today is a day to cast aside normal routines and to make your main purpose to serve. It is also about giving back without any thoughts or expectations or getting anything in return. Reach out and touch other people's spirits, as it is highly likely that someone really needs it today. Okay, it's funny, right? This is why you need to go ahead and give back. I don't know if you guys, this is the Six of Pentacles. This is in the regular tarot, or the original Rider-Waite tarot. It is a man giving to two beggars. And then you have that card echoed by the give back card, right? Why? For the reason that I always say. I always talk to you guys about putting out what it is that you want to come back to you in the world. By giving back, you get that. If you become a person who is giving and is full of reciprocation and a kind giving spirit, you will attract someone like that. And that's what you will get. And that is the clarification for the Three of Cups. That's what was being said. It's like, why? Why the Three of Cups? Why is it the best case scenario? Because the Ten of Cups. That can be had. Why would you stay here for this? Because the Two of Pentacles. There can be a balance. There can be a reciprocity. That is why. Then Spirit is telling you to give this feeling because it's going to come back to you. Okay? Give back. Now is the time to give back. All right? Study. I told you there's something for you to learn from this. And you know what? Older family members may actually have some guidance for you in reference to this. Older family members may actually have some guidance in reference to this. And you may need to start paying attention to what it is about the situation that you needed to learn. There is something that you needed to learn about life, and you learned it through the situation. What is it? That is what's most important now. That is what Spirit is saying. Especially if this situation is ending. That is what's most important now. For you to figure out exactly what and where you needed to know. Okay? Guys, it has been great. Once again, I came back, jumped right into it. I hope you guys enjoyed your readings. I want you guys to like, subscribe, and share these videos with your friends. Okay? Guys, definitely, please, if you can, send me, different inspirational nuggets and jewels for the wall on thejourneyofself.org. Okay. You guys can also come over there and and actually directly book your readings. A couple clicks of a button. You can directly book your reading, and you can also pay through my website that way as well. Okay. It has been my pleasure. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Follow me on Instagram at thejourneyofself1. Follow me also on Twitter at selfthejourney. Okay. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you for coming. Namaste.